the university opens up a lawsuit against the questions and the comments with regard to the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League was formed in 1913, and it was originally played a very important role in struggles against anti-Semitism when anti-Semitism was a much stronger force in the United States than it still is. But particularly after the 1967 war, and then in the 1970s and the 1980s, the ADL really lost any of its authority to talk about anti-Semitism because it became largely and not just, but largely a mouthpiece of the Israeli state and a simple blind defender of Israeli state policy. And moreover, and this is thoroughly documented, and I've only just discovered this because this case that I'm involved in has led me to have to conduct a whole new area of my own research, that the Anti-Defamation League was involved in breaking all kinds of laws in the United States and illegal spying in this incredible scandal that several of you referred to in 1993 to 1995 of spying on some 12,000 California citizens, including the anti-apartheid movement, including civil rights organizations, and so forth, and so on. Noam Chomsky has supported me with a long letter, which is published on that blog, and in the letter, and the comments he makes, he points out that the Anti-Defamation League secretly produced a dossier on him of 250 pages. This reads like an intelligence report, and what type of attacks has to be carried out against Noam Chomsky because he's publicly spoken out against Israeli policy. So you see that the Anti-Defamation League at this point has very little, if anything, to do with anti-Semitism and everything to do with a very vicious and ruthless political battle. And if anything, and that type of activity, when it is done in the name of all Jews, because that's what the Anti-Defamation ADL says, that the State of Israel represents all Jews everywhere in the world, and that the Anti-Defamation League is therefore defending all Jews in the world, does not advance the struggle against anti-Semitism at all. It reverses it. How is the University of California conducting this investigation? Well, I can't go into detail for several reasons. One, there's not time. Secondly, a lot of the information is on the blog. And third, I had to retain an attorney who has suggested that it's not, legally, I should not be speaking about the inner details of this investigation against me. But again, there is a lot of information on the blog. I would just point out that what is really key here is that the ADL and Stand With Us and others have met with university officials who have been documented in discussing with these organizations my case and violated confidentiality, which is the very first rule of any investigation undertaking a university of faculty, potential faculty misconduct. With regard to local politicians supporting Israel, it's very important to see this, and to link this also to what I believe John's name was raising about the immigrant rights struggle here, which is a struggle I've been close to. And